The alert levels for COVID-19 are on their way out to be replaced by a traffic light system. It's a carrot and stick approach. The more people get vaccinated, the more freedoms. But the lights turn on only once each DHB achieves 90% double vaccination for their eligible population. The super city needs all 3 DHBs to reach the target. As of this morning, the DHBs closest to that are Auckland, Waitemata, Capital and Coast, Nelson, Marlborough and Southern. But the DHBs that have a long way to go are Lakes, Tairāwhiti and Taranaki. Bay of Plenty and Northland are slightly ahead. We begin our coverage with political reporter Jenna Lynch.
Lockdown has lingered for far too long. Picnics the only perk.
Yeah, I mean, we're all a bit over it now, aren't we?
Aucklanders holding out hope for freedom this festive season.
Love it to go normal by Christmas.
I think everyone's very hopeful that will happen.
That's all we've got at the moment, really, is something to look forward to.
We're nearing the end of this track, and how fast we go is up to you.
So COVID is a marathon for all of us, but right now we're in a sprint.
The sprint to vaccinate dragging on, but
we cannot ask vaccinated people to stay home forever.
So when all 3 of Auckland's DHBs are 90% double dosed, the city will move to a new traffic light system and ready, set, stop. The light will be red.
This will still feel like a huge amount of freedom relative to what Auckland has now.
At Red, schools and retail will open, but working from home's encouraged. Cafes, events, gyms all go with 100-person limits, if they're vaccine only. If not, there's level 3 type restrictions, 10-person gatherings, contactless cafes and no gyms.
Anyone who is not vaccinated right now, unless you choose to be, you will not be able to enjoy the freedoms of other New Zealanders.
That's at the lower levels too. At Orange, shops and schools open with public health measures. Bars, restaurants and gatherings have no restrictions if they ask for proof of vaccination. If not, cafes stay contactless, hairdressers and the like are still closed, and there's 50-person restrictions for gatherings.
If you want to be able to go to a bar, a restaurant, a cafe, a gym, a place you can have your hair cut, a sporting event, a festival, a gathering, get vaccinated.
At Green, schools, workplaces, shops and public facilities are all open. Bars, restaurants, gatherings, hairdressers, vaccination required with 100-person limits and 1 metre spacing for those businesses that don't.
I think it gives everyone a bit of a nudge, to go out, and otherwise they're going to be staying at home.
It's a good incentive to go and get it done. It sounds like there'll be a lot of restrictions for those people who choose not to.
You've either got to get it or miss out on things, I think.
The rest of the country's road to the traffic light is somewhat of a convoy. We all need to wait for each other. Each DHB needs to hit 90% vaxxed before anyone gets to move, with the possible exception of the South Island. If they hit 90 first, they might jump systems early.
So we just seem to have a lot of different approaches all operating in parallel. I think that's a problem.
The team approach means places like Wellington with high vaccination rates could be held back by places like Taranaki where it's much lower.
Soon you won't be able to do many things that you love without being vaccinated, and I expect that will accelerate vaccinations.
If you want everyone to have a good summer, get your shot.
Jenna, we've had alert levels, steps and now traffic lights. How confusing is all this?
Yeah, the traffic light system is hopefully something that will become second nature to us, like our alert level system has once we get our heads around it. It is the road that leads us to the traffic light that is a bumpy, windy, complex route, especially if we end up with different areas in different systems. We could end up with Auckland in red, the South Island in orange, and the rest of us still in the alert level system at level 2, and that would throw up real questions about reuniting families for Christmas. It may end up that double vaccinated people are allowed to travel with a negative test, but throwing a vaccine checkpoint on already busy summer roads would be the ultimate test of travellers' patience. Hopefully, though, this confusing journey will all be worth it. Once we all hit 90% vaccinations, it should be goodbye and good riddance to lockdowns.
Thanks very much, Jenna.